What's up, Magic players? It's Doyle, your host here on DoylePrimeMtG, where I bring you the latest and greatest in Magic content that I can, while still trying to have a life. This week, I'd like to bring you a mono-white Voltron deck that is sure to take your opponents by surprise.
Forests, islands, mountains, plains, and swamps. The multiverse is all that is, or ever was, or ever will be. There is a tingling in the spine, a faint sensation, as if a distant memory, of walking from plane to plane. Our lives have been forever changed, as if by magic. Embark with me on this journey to eternity. Experience the true power of mind over matter as we ignite your spark and traverse into the magic multiverse.
Light-Paws Emperor's Voice costs 1 and a white for a 2/2 legendary Fox Advisor, with whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, you may search your library for an aura card with mana value less than or equal to that aura, and with a different name than each aura you control. Put that card onto the battlefield attached to Light-Paws Emperor Voice, and then shuffle. This will focus on Enchantress draw with a base Voltron theme and a low to the ground curve for prime value. Our commander will essentially double the value of our aura spells. We will ramp actually relatively little in this deck, though the pieces that we do run are quite important. Pearl Medallion will be our star ramp piece in this mono white build, making all of our white spells cost 1 less to cast. Arcane Signet and Thought Vessel will let us ramp as early as turn 2. Dowsing Dagger and Sword of the Animist will each let us ramp using the equipment that generates land ramp. Transcendent Envoy, Daneth the Capuchin, and Sternheim Courser will each reduce our aura spells by 1 mana value. Nick those Shrine to Nyx will also help produce loads of extra mana due to our devotion being quite high. I also have a Serra Sanctum on the list, but don't feel pressured to include that, it's just there for reference. And of course, Myriad Landscape will also accompany us for some ramp on a land slot. Next up, we will take a peek at what will be drawing us more cards outside of our commander's ability. Core Spirit Dancer, SRAM, and Mesa Enchantress will each draw us a card when we cast our aura spells. Angelic Gift, chosen by Heliod, Rune of Sustenance, Pentarch Ward, Unquestioned Authority, and Sage's Reverie will each draw us cards when they enter play, making our aura spells that tutor into also card acceleration. Armored Skyhunter and Aura Touch Mage will assist us in getting our auras out of our deck and attached to creatures. And mostly, our commander will generate much of our value since we will get double the value of our spells through tutoring. Control is going to be key in this deck. We want to be the only one to keep a creature around. Promise of Loyalty, Winds of Wrath, Winds of Abandon, and Vanquish the Horde will each wrath the board, giving us a winning edge. Open the Vaults, Dawn of Angel, Nomad Mythmaker, Hall of Heliod's Generosity, and Emeria the Sky Rumen will each help us return permanents from our graveyard. Mothers be praised, as the Mother of Runes and the Giver of Runes will each tap to give our stuff protection. Umbra Mystic gives all our auras totem armor, letting us sacrifice them instead of the enchanted creature if that enchanted creature would be destroyed. Arden will let us shift our auras around or consolidate them. Sigarda's Aid will allow us to play at instant speed. Sphere of Safety, Ghostly Prison, and Aura of Silence have been included to slow down our opponents. Shackles, Conviction, Flickering Ward, and Sentinel's Eyes can each be cast multiple times through different means, tutoring more and more auras repeatedly. Shielded by Faith, Gift of Immortality, Spirit Mantle, Flicker Form, Felidar Umbra, Benevolent Blessing, and Hyena Umbra will each grant some form of defense for our main threat. On Thin Ice, Darksteel Mutation, and Reprobation will each act as aura-based creature removal. Closing out the game will be quick and easy with these smash hits. Overwhelming Splendor is always devastating to one particular player. Not to mention that in this deck, it will also let us tutor out our Eldrazi conscription directly into play attached to our commander. This is really the only reason I include a copy of Open the Armory, is to find Overwhelming Splendor, because we can't tutor for the Splendor with our commander's effect, we can only tutor for the conscription. So the Open the Armory will let us find the Splendor so that we have a means of tutoring the conscription into play. Hallowed Haunting is sure to generate plenty of enormous clerics in this build. Graceblade Artisan, Shambling Suit, and Eidolon of Countless Battles will each increase in size the more we suit them up. Ajani's Chosen and Archon of Sun's Grace will each make tokens when our enchantments enter play. Helm of Heliod is one more equipment that I couldn't help including since it gets so big so quickly. And finally, our auras for Smashing Face. Ethereal Armor, All That Glitters, Daybreak Coronet, Angelic Destiny, Armored Ascension, On Sarah's Wings, and Mantle of the Ancients will each grow our commander big enough to swing in for the kill. Lands remaining in this deck will simply be 28 snow-covered plains, only really using the snow for the On the Thin Ice, which requires us to have a snow land. And you can actually also include extra planar lands here if you feel like it, or if you own one. That about wraps it up for this deck tech. I hope you enjoyed the video. You'll find the link to the full deck list on arcadeck.com in the description, complete with a maybe board. Let me know in the comments below if you would take this deck in a different direction, or if there are any key includes that I missed. Cheers, and happy casting. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button, and also share it with your friends. If you want to see more videos like these, or hear me ramble about how to navigate this magic multiverse, go ahead and click that subscribe button to stay up to date on the latest from me, DoylePrime, and the happenings throughout Magic the Gathering. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you all next video.